What's up in War Eagle, everybody? You got Ike Jones in here. Another quick watch the film basketball this time. Auburn versus North Alabama. Um, Auburn was in here in an early fight versus North Alabama, and that is when they decided to activate the Johni Broome insurance policy and just go ahead and extend their advantage out there versus North Alabama. And what you see is just a concentrated effort for Bruce Pearl and his staff to say, we're going to feed Johni Broome. So we're just going to look at a couple of plays here throughout the game, but particularly in that stretch where he was scoring to keep Auburn in the lead and then eventually extend that lead into the second half. So we'll take a look at this first play here. And this is just standard Bruce Pearl offense, right? We're going to show the flex action. Get something to draw on the screen here. So what you're going to see is just flex, right? So Denver Jones playing point guard a lot this season. He's bringing the ball up. You're going to have Chaney Johnson come down, and he's going to pop back out high. And then what you're going to get is an off-ball screen away here. So Johni Broome's going to come set the screen. He's going to come set this screen right here, and Chris Moore is going to come flash here. So what you're going to have here as Denver gets this on-ball screen from Chaney Johnson, right? So Chaney's sitting here. Broome is sitting here, and you're going to get this backdoor cut there from Chris Moore, right? And so what the defense has to do on this flex, they've decided, all right, they're going to play drop coverage here over the top, which I don't know that this is very good winning basketball, because if he felt like it, this is way too much airspace for Denver Jones if he's making this shot. But what the problem is that you have here is once you get this backdoor cut here on this flex action, when you get this backdoor here from Chris Moore and the ball gets swung here, now you've got Chaney Johnson who can see over the top of the smaller defender. They've decided they're going to switch this. Is now they've got to figure out how they want to navigate this, right? So if they're going to switch this action here, that means you're going to have Johni Broome against a smaller guy. If they don't switch it, then you have the immediate, right? Like this was open right here if he wanted to go ahead and dump this down in here to Chris Moore. But again, the focus here is to get the ball to Johni. So you got action here where they have to respect the cutter. So both guys are here, and now you've got Johni with enough space to be able to operate, right? And he's going to attack downhill. So the whole action here is to get an isolation in a good spot for Johni on the left side of the floor so he can turn over that right shoulder and have the left hand available there on the glass. But he immediately attacks there. Guy tries to step down to take away the left hand. You get the spin back here by Johni. And what would be some, that's decent defense. But, I mean, listen, he's got the advantage here, and he's got the quick ability. What I like about what Johni does here is when he gets here, he's not waiting, right? He's going here, and he's going straight up over the top. No hesitation here. Just going to go straight up over the top, and has a nice touch to be able to get the floater to drop there. But, again, that's all set up by the action that you have from the flex, right? That's all set up by this action right here. When we get this screen here, right, not even really a great screen, but the fact that you've got Chris Moore flying downhill right here, and Chaney, if he wants to, with some anticipation, he could throw that there. But what you end up having is both guys going with the cutter and giving you a bunch of space here to be able to get Johni one-on-one with his man, and a lot of space here if he wanted to just, jab step and go ahead and put the 15-foot situation, he could go there, but he gets downhill, spin move back towards the middle. Good move. Bucket there for Johni Broome. Next one, we're going to see a little bit more of this same kind of situation, right? So different defenders, different guys out here, but same action that Auburn's going to get into. Denver Jones up here at the top. You get the high side ball screen here, and you're going to have flex cuts, right? Chad down here really just kind of being able to be a pass away in case they try to sink down over here. But ball screen, reverse the ball the other way, Chris Moore dive, right? Backside. This time, both of them don't go with him, but what you get here is Johni moving to be present himself here at the high post, and he's got a one-on-one action right here. You've got a stick here with Denver, right? You could try to dig down off it, but the fact that Auburn has 3-point shooters here, and this is really what makes Johni so dangerous, right? Is that all of these guys can shoot, and you get him in a good passing situation here in the middle of the floor. And now they just need to be able to relocate, right? Chaney Johnson's on the attack here. He's going to try to get downhill. Excuse me. Johni Broome is on the attack here. He's going to try to get downhill. But remember what I said earlier, he wants to be able to get to that right shoulder turn. So when he catches the ball this time, catches it up high, immediately turns to that right shoulder to get downhill on the left hand, and that's just too easy for him with the space right there. It's going to be difficult for most people to be able to deal with that. But again, it's difficult to even defend this, right? Because the best way for you to be able to defend this guy comes and helps over here on the left, on that right shoulder turn, right? And then you have this duck down here to be able to take that away. But what you end up having is just an easy left-hand access here for Johni, a left-hand guy, and he gets the bucket there over the top. So it's just a good way when they really needed to get buckets. They said, all right, we're just going to go to Johni Broome and get him the ball in advantageous situations. Next up here, and we're going to see this in a couple of different scenarios. One of the things I like about Tahad Pettifer, I'll point it out when we get here. But again, this is about Johni Broome and his ability to be able to be able to make defenses have to defend him honestly. So they were getting beat one-on-one. They decided they want to go to a zone here. So this is like a 1-2-2 zone, I guess. Or maybe could be a 3-2, right? So they're going to defend with the zone out here. And how Auburn likes to attack the zone is they want to get right here in the paint. They want to try to get Johni Broome here to the SEC logo, right? SEC logo, maybe free throw line. But that's what they want to be able to do to defeat the zone. Again, you've got shooters out here, right? So they've got to respect the shooters. You got Denver Jones over here. Tahad Pettifer can shoot right there, and Miles Kelly is dangerous here. So can't leave Miles Kelly. So they want to rotate to him. So once the ball gets reversed around here, and this is good action here to try to get the ball swinging to the opposite side and make the defense have to go through a full rotation. Once it gets reversed here, you get the flash cut right here to the center by Johni Broome, right where they want him to be able to catch it, right there on the SEC logo. He turns and faces, puts up the little medium range. That's easy, right? This is the easiest way to be able to defeat this zone. And because all of these guys can shoot, you have to respect it, right? Denver Jones could have taken this shot, right? This is a shot that he can take, but he decides, hey, listen, we're going to go get the easy bucket. At this point in time, North Alabama actually has a 1-point lead. Let's go get the high percentage look. What you love about this as well is Johni, if he wants to, he's got Simo right there on the dunker spot. He could throw that lob over the top to him and be able to get that bucket as well. Johni playing at the 5 in this situation, all of these with Simo on the floor. Auburn actually playing a pretty small lineup here, right? Tahad Pettifer, the smallest guard on the team. You got Simo playing at the 4, and then you've got Johni playing at the 5. But just a really good work against the zone there to get another quick, easy bucket for Johni. All right. Transition. Tahad Pettifer coming down. Gets the dribble handoff here to Broome. And this is what I was saying earlier. I was about to point out what I love about Tahad Pettifer. Probably the one of the things I love most about his game is just his vision and his kind of feel for the game, right? So he gives the ball up, and he's going to get it back here in just a second. Johni turns and gets the ball back to him. So you got Chaney here on the post up. Away, we've got Miles Kelly, Denver Jones to the opposite side, right? So it's important to point out Denver Jones, Miles Kelly on the opposite side because you don't want to help down too much, right? You don't want to help down too much because if you do, right? So this guy's pointing out here. He's like, okay, you got one of the best 3-point shooters on the team out here. I can't drop down too far against this. And so what you get here is the look here by Pettiford, right? He's given the look out this direction to Miles Kelly, but watch the quick throw inside and look at the location on this pass right here. Whips that in there. Because Miles Kelly is out here and he kind of looks it off a little bit, Johni is able to get inside of this guy, and the location on this pass is wonderful. Right? Again, the backside help can't be there. You can try to dip down in here. What would happen is if this guy comes in here, then this ball is going to get rotated here and then one pass over here, and you're likely going to either get a downhill drive or a 3 there from Denver with Johni right there at the rim. But this is a really good pass by Tahad, and I just like the feel that he has for the game, and he knew it as soon as he let it go. It was a good pass. Watch Tahad's reaction. He knew he had given him a good look right there. Really great pass. And the location on it is what you love the most about it. Easy bucket again for Johni Broome. All right, here we go again. We are into the second half this time. Looks like we're out here in this zone again. They're going to extend a high 2-3 zone this time. We're going to work the ball around again. The goal for the 2-3 zone, we want to get the ball right in here around this SEC logo. Chad has the ball out here. We're going to swing it around here to Tahad again. Another pass over here to Denver Jones. Again, we got the full rotation around to the opposite side. You've got Chaney down here in the dunker. He's going to fly outside here. And when he does, you got to respect it. You pull the defender right here. And while they're rotating, the quick touch pass here to the center to get the ball to Johni. And he goes to work here, realizing he's got a smaller man on him when he catches it. Gets downhill, turns back to that dominant hand over the right shoulder. Quick floater there in the lane. Again, what you love about this is Chad relocating. He's coming downhill right here. So if Johni, he can catch this here, and he'd actually have a good little bounce pass right there to Chad available to him if he wanted it. You also, if you get the help here, have the lob over the top to Chaney. If he gets stuck and they take away this bounce pass, you get the relocate right here from Tahad to be able to kick that back out, right? So if he gets here and he feels himself stuck, he's got that pass away right here. If this guy decides to rotate over here, you've got this pass right here. So he's got a lot of options available to him once he gets the ball here into the center of the floor. And that's just a dangerous spot for them to be in. He's got the size advantage. He's just going to shoot over the top. Just great work against the zone there. All right. Last one here. We're going to talk again about just kind of the vision of Tahad Pettiford and what he's going to have here with Johni Broome. So we're going to get the screen here out top. Just subtlety here of the ball handling, right? Tahad, two things that I really love about this. How he attacks with his shoulder into the guy who's setting the screen to make sure that it's difficult for this guy to get here underneath, and how he feels the guy trying to come here on the backside, and puts the ball out in front to prevent him from getting the steal here, right? And so I love, hey, the defender's not even tight on him, but this is just good fundamentals of we're not going to allow airspace between the guy setting the screen and my screener, right? Like the guy who's receiving the screen, like we're not going to give airspace here. So I'm going to get really close to the guy setting the screen here. And then watch here as he gets the ball downhill, just kind of where his vision is, right? He's looking to attack at this point in time. Johni is going to be rolling down after he sets this screen. So we're going to get the pick and the roll, and then look at the pass here, right? So we've got a lot of space out here. Chaney Johnson, capable shooter on the backside, so we can't go too far down in here. We've got a switch, essentially what's happening here. They're playing a little drop coverage off of this screen and roll action, right? We're going to drop down instead of staying here. In this Houston game, you'd see Tahad maybe get to this step back here. And because you've seen him able to shoot this, he's got to respect the fact that Tahad can shoot this. And then just look at the pass there. He realizes he's got a smaller guy here. Watch the vision, watch the eyes. We're going to look like we're going to swing this here. And then that draws the defender out here running towards Denver Jones, capable shooter. So it's a solid closeout opportunity there, and just throw it over the top when you have the smaller defender. I love the eyes again by Johni when he catches it. Watch Janai's eyes right before when he catches this basketball. He looks to see, all right, do I have somebody closing out here on me? And what are my options here? He's going to close out, but he's too late. Just going to turn over and get this easy shot here with the left hand in the lane. But again, this is Tahad Pettiford and his vision, and then just kind of a good feel. Look at that pass over the top. And again, he just kind of knew he had dropped the dime right there. So that's a really good pass there from Tahad to be able to get another easy bucket in there for Johni Broome. So love the attention to detail that the team put in to say we're gonna feed Johni Broome when we need to be able to get buckets there to get them out of that lull that they had at the end of the first half, and then closing out the game, looking for him in transition and in the half court against that zone. Great job by Auburn being able to do that. If you like content like this, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the content with somebody out there. We'll be back with more Watch the Film. But until the next time, and as always, War Eagle.